Yo Ghana for mechiachi obi biara efonyina wohwe abra Kevin Taylor enyina enim no owo US na eba bomb pa se ntomra Ghana o number 1 opanyi de nensem ekodan Supreme Court na ene anomabu asem na me no ka say nsem a yede to ne so say arrest warrant a che say yehunu ne na si form we protocol mpo na e was immigration service national security obia oya ibia no if me no cry betimi a report ne ache no enso otibi ba kromu a na nwana no aba na osan akọ na ono ankasa akọ free no ho ama me no ka say Supreme Court ruling na ba na kire say nsem na ode ba no omasum na emom ne de to no sem de omabo ne nyina ato agu a kire say omo kire say ya kwahye no yes na kire say ya render no can say ya render no invalid ya reject no omo dem rakwa so reject asem no enti so you free person a onam kroma ono obi any issue bia na we na dodo na ka say obi odidi mpanifo atem say obi a odidi judges for atem Supreme Court judges for atem High Court judges obi onya obi obedu atem ana asem we pa ba na opportunity ba na obepie mo say ya odofo ye gya no ama na okosem for sa no obi odidi politicians asem ahemfo atem na ye gya na simple sa no na another information kure ba tell say obeduru ye no oba for this case no kure obeduru ye no airport okra no national security for na born ho ban e de ne kopa baabi e de ekosie ansa na e de ne ba ha say Okatakyie Afrifa ana ka ansem we yenkotie full analysis a ode aba from A to Z case or no so the court in some of the terms so judge kra ode sa arrest warrant no eto no so 2020 no yenkoje mu nchechiri mu nyina amra na me so wa adwenkyere bi a fato comment section ho no se ne ekoso no onso sen na ho no oman Ghana boko de ana mu hu ne se edadin alright yenti Okatakyie Afrifa na yemra CCA.
According to the number, na dia yana areho ne se. Enipa wo di judge for atem. Enipa wo di sitting president atem. Enipa wo twa mada pakuro ni. Nipa kankan brita. Futa. Na obedru kuro ni mu a. Ni ade na fa. VVIP, presidents, former president, any diplomats ever, when a warrant is on that idiot, and we say we are resetting. So resetting, a binding ni buo, a court warrant. Exactly. Court warrant da branch so. Now we are branching ba na national security for afano. They are enough for baby of presidents, former president, VVIP, gate 19. Look at that. Yeah, man V8 miensa. Na national security for control ga the pakan kai say. Your mama memu. The pakan kai say yo. Wait. Obey den ya. Yes, Justice Cheba for. At the warrant to so in 2020 10 year arrest warrant court issue arrest warrant the court ne kan nyina say so this Justice Cheba for no did Justice Cheba for atem na Justice Cheba for at the NCA case so Samobaka ya in 2020 Akufo-Addo pen so and the case court na NCA officials bi yes we ma discuss NCA na Justice Cheba for na preside over the matter and a branch his usual fashion okodi di Justice Cheba for atem say our videos our audios our here Justice Cheba for are compromised. Ave yen konko tie video any audio sukura no so wo na Justice Cheba for a compromise. And whenever you scandalize the court, the court has been given an inherent power to protect itself. 10 years by operation of law. by the convention of the court. Whenever you scandalize, you guys was court to know animasi, a book court to know animtia. My court need look a certain way in the eyes of the people. The courts have inherent power. Say omobe frel, say uwa cause contempt. And mobe kaya, muntia three case no. Na ye di a case a firm Supreme Court ne election petition. Ana muntia three, akuga ne Mugabe. Omko di Supreme Court natem. Kasi yebe repeat ma, yebe repeat judge no. Yebe say, we are sir. What book court no animtia. And by operation of law, Yama court need to me. Say obe fraud for contempt. Now of fraud na se wa ma. The court has been given the power to issue an arrest warrant. Tienie. Now na be unu say akwa we chip just we jimisa. Now arrest warrant no. E di enti ye issue arrest warrant. Ye issue arrest warrant ni say the police should arrest you because the court has subpoenaed you. You can't court has subpoena wa. When the mraka cho se bra. Nebe you ano. Now if you will not come, then the police must arrest you and bring you to the court. Nebe chire dientia any kwase court in the punish you. So by operation of law, arrest warrant when it's issued, it is not for you to go to jail because arrest warrant is issued. Abe yebe grounds are branches who are challenging.
More fire.
And young corner couple video, some video na no shot and white. What did Justice Cheba for them? Say over videos. I just Justice Cheba for while you compromise. It's a new free show. Obe catcher that's and say Justice Cheba for a compromise. And yet, a coabis what the judgment ba. Now I'm corner said your war penwa. What book court to name here? If Justice Cheba for se bra. Wama. Dani entie de ya Justice Cheba for eco issue a arrest warrant to
more fire.
Na ye be ready arrest warrant na also seek to set us aside. Na obi the arrest warrant to so and you go Supreme Court na go set aside. What do you more? There's a warrant is in such a way that the moment you are arrested and you are brought before the court, the warrant is discharged. It is also when you are here. Go to the court, and the warrant will have no effect again. What do you more? And now when you have to phone, after you are judges in the bedroom, Muntie Asamo Kai Muntie.
I have tapes, audio. I will release them if the right thing is not done. Justice Cheba has been compromised by this government, and the quicker the Chief Justice takes him off this case, the better for our judicial system, and also better for the Chief Justice himself. This is not a warning, but a serious caution. I have said, I have tapes, audio. I will release them if the right thing is not done. Justice Cheba has been compromised by this government, and the quicker the Chief Justice takes him off this case, the better for our judicial system, and also better for the Chief Justice himself.
Eti Abranche Jani General Obi Abranche time Justice Cheba for eti NCA case no and was say our tapes our audios chere say Justice Cheba for your compromise exactly why na Justice Cheba for say brananim for audio for tapes chrono bra ne be chere ye nche ni kwase ye punish you better share or no the police in the grounds of a application, you know. Very wap guy. Not getting the muha. You better read the points now, make it yellow. Now, you heard one by one. You heard your court in a court. It also what judge or cases or audio or tapes. Actually, man for say he's been compromised. What's a bra? For audio tapes in the bra. Wow, now say you may issue arrest warrant against you. Now, young contract arrest warrant in Justice Cheba for issued in 2020. If you feel civil rights or fundamental human rights has been abused, there are processes that you go through. Constitutional and Article 33. It says that when you feel your fundamental human rights have been abused, you have to go to High Court and make sure you seek for a redress. It will head the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court judges in here. If Suame said a fundamental human right, the arrest warrant was not issued in accordance with the law. where is he supposed to seek a redress? Is it not a high court? Supreme Court. There are so many cases. This versus the Attorney General. So many cases are there. Which says that you cannot wrap the enforcement of your fundamental human right and make it more like a public spirited issue, public interest in a case. Now coincidentally, Otina Honwa, Emma Jomama appointed 7 judges. Now quickly, what the other so set aside. Set the aside. Have a young warrior there, Daddy. Just a cheba for issue arrest warrant. You ready arrest warrant, no? Now you ready the wording of the arrest warrant. Niyan say arrest warrant is in such a way say the court in the person who can say wo ya frasa bra now madia police moncheno efamra. As it stands now, the arrest warrant is still effective. It ya shakwan ya be faswa national security for be bo akwa we humbai. No mo na ko Supreme Court to say omo kwa ma yi sa arrest warrant for arrested. If it's a national security, police, by the time a guy will be free our hotel, many occasions may be self ye be a your mama we in the service. No see a fan channel. Former Vice President Fio, and the heavy security. What kind of foolishness? Baby, I can tell Atini. Baby, I'm a president. I want to second. It's more can tell abuse or to baby a former president of mama we in the service. No see a fan channel. And the heavy national security. And your mama names a baby channel. Now, Quashed we was social. Chelemekayi. Na yesha kwan ye be faswa. Say arrest warrant is still effective wa. Akwa we be free ni fie ho. Akopie eye court wo Supreme Court wo on the 22nd. Aye arrest no. If say ofri sa fie ho, eko court wo. Even see you arrest, you the arrest warrant to so. You don't no fly a list so. So the very moment our Orlando airport immigration is supposed to alert the police. National security is to alert. Na yesha kon yon be fa so de na kopie Supreme Court. That means all of you are in contempt of the court. Mu court nti. Na mo to dim kwasasem. Sa brantie wi. Oye hwanya. Kwasia se ye hwan. Bola bed we ye hwan. Obi, it's already arrest warrant. Baby, and the heavy national security protection. National security is what check because arrest warranted and so on. Police say check because arrest warranted and so on. Sa police in the airborne where is state? Where is state? My build state. Where is state?
Just look at that.
Ave Kevintela said ye issue arrest warrant. Watena say more than a year 5 years. One pair arrest warrant no one semanka. They say what the fake doctor ne buy I bogu and why yes and one ankasa per appointment. Name was arrest warrant and that's why 8 me man appointment. TS wo Supreme Court echo offset echo set it aside. Na yebusa arrest warrant no e ye de ba dia. Now, Yebusa Justice Cheba Bafuboni. Enrita Mensabunsu. Ajebuasi Edu. Justice Lovelace Johnson. Justice Akabuafo. Justice George Kumsing. Justice Amadou Tanko. Justice Yoni Kolendi. Justice Aye Yao Jewuang. Justice Jeffrey Pong. Justice Dakwa Sare. Justice Jamefe. Justice Jamefe de Menkokura Brim no. Obaye obechere yade under constitutional law. Obaye no a one-time guest lecturer. Oshebenim was you are such an intelligent young man. Let me see me nyina mpesa me yes no. Justice Jamefe, we are watching the courts.
Exactly.
We are watching the courts. See a set ye the bench warrant atu obi so a eye court no mo be protect mo ho anamba makwa makwasia we ye wadidi court no atem sa afre justice se mass omo ya shawo na ye nkonko hwe video asa akwa we edidi ajaje for matem na enye mo nwanwa se akwa we ni obi anya issue okrum ha eso pe bibi about sex de body pa no Wait, there's a video. Oh yes, Supreme Court Justice a man. Woman, you know, woman you num na obusa question bi baakubi or chempana. Oh my cat here, baakubi okoha. Eko yesi. Chese anytime akwa weni obi benya issue biano. Enyi obi na edi obi yira obi na edi obi kunu enyi obi na edi obi kuna obi etrum enyi obi na obi truma obi kwatisha obi ye gay. That's foolish is such a character. Kwasi say and any edi state security protect kwasi yentie do kafa judge for ma we yentie
the women judges at the Supreme Court. These are all the women almost Supreme Court. So I'm going to keep this on the screen. Send a beya when I put
radio obe scandalizing a ma or Supreme Court obe go mani mu ase so omo ya shawofo etimede all the women at the Supreme Court and I can bet you there no person who can nyina ne say Chief Justice Araba Tokonu o ya shawoni tie de kan yi tie de kan yi e do ashada ne man ni nyina agu ho na say judges no and the court no say mo protect mo ho na because of politics enti mo ba mo obi akwan so betimi adidi mo atem ya twen so mo ba be floodgate mo be floodgate na ko fo be wram bia be fam Sabranti obetimi agumani mu asese de ogu na in the name of politics you the court will not protect yourself. We are watching ave yintie do beka
the women at the Supreme Court no obia di wom into obia entie wa ade we concern no no. Be honest with yourself, come out and let the people know. Resign before it gets murkier.
We know. Pause. Danny, pause. Follow me. Debia will be says baby. That kind of what Jimiana. And dear Benny. Akwa we ya mufridi nechi. So when you will be girl, we say what do you do baby? Justice Sheba for or be can asema. Justice Sheba for one and a girlfriend. Make a sense wa kwala na Justice Sheba for to one bawo. And so Justice Sheba for one and a girlfriend. And this is the character we are protecting with our state money. Wait. Akwa we. Ave muntie do obey man. Mu do obey Supreme Court man.
Saying say it would be better for all of us to protect our integrity. Which Supreme Court judge or your bar, which one of you goes to sleep at McCarthy Hill? Which one of you Supreme Court judges you say you are married?
Look at that. You say you are married, goes to sleep at McCarthy. What about the dream no come? Baby send ho.
The place you go to sleep, the gentleman now Okodanifino, that gentleman was going through a divorce, and you, the judge, we are one of the female Supreme Court judges. You actually got that gentleman a lawyer.
It's way possible. So we Supreme Court judge be a warrior. Obi, nani kunu sha die we ya. Onye unsure. Say emudia he say ya na yire, ananya na yire. So this is the way this guy scandalizes even women at the Supreme Court.
Exactly.
They are quite very dangerous precedent. Say Supreme Court judge be. It is a me na me yire te wo. Na me tie say akwa we kasa anse kunu no. Na me nim Supreme Court judge kura. Me yire dey na me no. E dey na me dwene. And this is the kind of person yadi ye bon hobai. State in bon hobai. Ave yentie do obey.
3. You, this Supreme Court judge, we your bar, sir, nipa 5 you are about 15 years older than this gentleman. You are about 15 years old. You are older. You are 15 years older than this gentleman. Question 4, and this is a specific question. There is a place near the Swiss school, near Ekufuadu's place. You, this woman, have you been sharing bed in that neighborhood with a member of parliament? Listen. There is a specific place near the Swiss school. It's very near to Kufuor's place. You, the Supreme Court judge, you are a woman. You say you are married. You have been sharing bed with another politician. I'm giving you specifics so that you know that I know what I'm talking about. Who is this gentleman? Question number 5. Now, let me go more deeper. The gentleman you, this person you are seeing, the person you, this judge, you are seeing in Ghana is a businessman. He's rich, he's less educated. You, this woman judge, you go to this man's house. And the funny thing is, you leave the house 5 a.m. every morning.
This is the character. Say Supreme Court for so mama kwama we dey do matemwa. Etoje wo ma. Justice Bafuboni. Say if there's the character, mo be say mo protecting against the court. Etoje mo. Justice Jamefe, my role model. Etoje mo. Anu dey obi ani hweka. Na yenkon kohwe wovi na samo de court no yenkon ni yenkoshe the grounds on which he's looking for a defense say yen set it aside yenkon the grounds also they set it aside okobusana ebako one of the grounds is that then yen ready the grounds no one of the grounds is that he was not given a hearing so it breaches the principle of odi alteram pattern. Okay, so when we say odi alteram pattern, what it means is that when it comes to the principle of natural justice odi alteram pattern and normal judas in kasaswa. So odi alteram pattern says that whenever you accuse a person, the person have a right to obey appear to be heard. And I say, you can no more judas in Kasaswa. It means you cannot be a judge in your own court. But by operation of the law, even a directive from the CG, the Chief Justice, when he said back contempt, the contempt is in such a way that the moment a issue is you are coming to prove why you should not be punished. So the principle of odi alteram pattern and normal judex does not apply. In first place, so when you dump and daft, odi alteram pattern no, your natural justice law, or say, Yama kwani yentio. Arrest warrant yes your father arrest warrant yes your father na family be dey yentio ti say wunyi mi ya o si ya ntio na issue arrest warrant na yes bra na yentio nso a o si dey wama na ne wo ba idea what is the essence of issuance of arrest warrant because arrest warrant no ye be issue a it means yes bra court na so wo ma o so si dey bi yentie wa no asem wait. I didn't wait. Lawyer ni na actually we akoto court. Wait. We arrest warrant. The Republic versus a year. You jembafu boni. Okay, expert. The way arrest warrant. Where your warrant, no, may read ye no Kevin no. Amatel and the court no. Yen share no. Now yen ready grounds for a year setting aside. You've been reading the point by point. They make some note to be about the points I was raising. You back up point 7, you back up point 15, point 11. You read the educate your branch. And then have a large. So case I Kevin Taylor the Akoto court. Or say in the matter of the Republic versus a High Court, Commercial Division, respondent ex parte Kevin Echo Taylor, applicant. So on the court say yes to say I Kevin Echo Taylor of the United States of America do hereby make an oath and say that he is even lying on oath, which is perjury. When you lie on oath, it's perjury, and we will show you where he lied on oath. Ojina say, and that was signed yes akrate. So Kevin Taylor is supposed to sign before we file the application. When him said that or cast or fly or sign we no America or ye show that then the judge for nothing. Abe Yanhadie. I say I Beduki Taylor. I am a deponent hearing an applicant in the above a year at the institute for I therefore depose blah blah blah. Then if I'm going next page, near ready point by point. Let me educate this idiot. Nya grounds for okay, so you have grounds for application. Yanko point by the next page which shows point 2, 3, 4, 5 in the other. Yanko, now you read it. Kokase mientia. Ya mami hearing. E could do baby. I say my name is Kevin Taylor, but the arrest warrant was for Kelvin Taylor, which is not my name. But the Nkrofo say, Yaminti, Misusu say Yamia, Etienne Sadia, Monsati aside. Meanwhile, time I issue arrest warrant TV. There is a video how could the justice chamber for what? Danny enlarge near reading more. Near reading point 7. And Danny, well, 22nd. Bakovi, I say for quite some time, friends and relatives in Ghana have informed me that the High Court of the Republic of Ghana can tell us who I'ma tell us one thing. Name on friends and family, and I inform me say has I say the High Court of the Republic of Ghana has issued a warrant for my arrest, but none of such relatives and friends have ever made available to me a copy of the High Court's order, despite several requests. Indeed, friends and relatives in Ghana have drawn my attention to several social media discussions of the said warrant for my arrest, but none was able to provide a copy for me for my attention. Ofui. Then you find near video. Tell me you issue arrest warrant in you know. Or Baba the justice chamber for them. So if you were unaware of the warrant, tell me now the justice chamber for them. I didn't read that. Such an unintelligent idiot. Danny, was it point 7 and 8? Was it one name hori? Tienio, one name hori. On tay. Now, Fen and enough for drawn attention. Say, why you in Yandi? Ave Yabusa, Muntia video, Munti.
You Justice Chebafo, were you in this country? Were you in this country when an imbecile like Kennedy Japan? Were you in this country when an imbecile like Kennedy Japan was going around insulting all judges in Ghana? Were you in this country? Did you go after Kennedy Japan? You didn't, right? Because he's one of you. Today I look in your face and I tell you the truth and you want to explode. Kennedy 1962 Japan insulted the
okay, so hold on. Also, are you so daft that even your trauma, Kennedy Japan 1962 year birthday, your trauma hono. All really grown 1962 birthday. Kennedy Japan 1962. You are such a daft ass motherfucker. This fool, where you are ah. Kennedy Japan 1962. Anyway. Who you script free anymore? Pasiani abuan kwano beka. Abe muntie no beka change cheba for.
In Ghana, you did not come out to issue a warrant for him because Kennedy is better than me or is better than the other Ghanaian on the streets. You have not lived up to expectations and you don't even deserve to be where you are today. Justice Chebafo, you the same judge. And if my producer is ready, please, if you have, I'm going to make you show some pictures. You know, the Herald did that story. Ghana Web actually did that story. The Supreme Court actually did something.
It's Yachramano, Danny. Any power what point 7 and 8 was who any more eti sata manaka sanede na aka edientin na woka say I issue warrant against you were you such an unintelligent human being. The Supreme Court yehwe madaroma yehwe o say point 7 and 8 was one do any more say I issue arrest warrant eti video e kire say arrest warrant no video as far back as 2020 ye issue we no ba be di justice chamber for it now then yanko read point 11 and 12 na yen hwa de gobi ya mase be dia gro be say team no ye share team no lawyers ka ho lawyers ka ho intelligent people we sit down and we analyze video analysis ka ho that is how come we analyze the see what ya be kuma no figina now yen read a year 10 also given the frequency of the reference to the order and discussion I have heard about on social media. I engaged the services of my present solicitor sometime in April this year 2025, who after about a month, that is sometime at the end of the May, of search, sent me a copy of the order which is exhibited here to and marked A. It's Kevin Taylor say, meanwhile, who stated why you know what the case chrono a share so it's now with him hurry near Contempt 2 years and a case this share so in reference to such a daft ass. My lawyer explained the difficulty in obtaining a copy of the court order because although I instructed him to find the order, if any, I did not know which court issued it. Unim court to create issue here. Meanwhile, better how about Justice Cheba for the after the warrant. It's Justice Cheba for now. What the court to be. It's a Justice Cheba for no the case was a year NCA case so. And unim court what is so. And a warrant, you know, contempt of court is in such a way that when it is issued, you will come before the same court and the same judge. It will say we did not know which court issued it. Such a daft, dumb way statement. Point 12. The order says that it is issued for the arrest of a certain Kelvin Taylor, highlighted Kelvin, which is not my name, but given its close resemblance with my name and the information I have received from my friends and relatives in Ghana, the order is believed to refer to me because all the media discussions I have heard on the subject all point to me as the subject of the order. When there is a video you saying that you've issued an arrest warrant to me, or say you wouldn't say Kelvin Taylor, not issue. We. Yeah, court no. Yeah, you read point 16. You read point 16. When was what they concerted? Now in any case, arrest warrant there. Me who you arrested why you don't go do court on anymore. Arrest warrant and other charges. It is of no effect. So you don't take this to a Supreme Court. So what's your videos and audios? Justice Cheba for his compromise. Go to court and prove the video and the audio. Now arrest warrant and no. Was may go Supreme Court. Ako set aside the arrest warrant. Now enforcement of the fundamental human right of a person. Supreme Court never enforce it. There are so many cases which says the Constitution is very clear. When you think your fundamental human right is abused, go to High Court. After you share court, you point 16. Near here. In any event, the order for my arrest was made in breach of my right to be heard. So you can say right to be heard. That is the principle of Odi Aterim pattern. That means you have you. But what is the purpose of the warrant? Warrant is a brand new. Also see a issue warrant in breach of your right. Right by your to be heard. Now court on say what's a brand new? So also audios, video. Now court on say browse and we issue arrest warrant. Say also say in breach of my right to be heard. Are you daft? Are you dumb? Wait. Before any order is made against me and also contrary to law, because the order for my arrest was made without first giving me a hearing. But in any case, court. What is the need for arrest warrant? The only reason I issue arrest warrant is that when we need you to come and speak, and you say you won't speak, that is when we issue arrest warrant. What's it? There be arrest warrant? You issue in the answer. The arrest warrant here the other. Contempt of court. What is the need of arrest warrant if you are in court to be heard? And this is the character. Afe, one of the year say, me who video be a worker say, he was not within the jurisdiction of Ghana, and for that matter, and again he was not a party to the case. Now muntia 3 case, you know. Ni edi muntia 3 for asem. Ni edi omasem. Na yes election petition wasem ni eka. And contempt, you know. You are not supposed to be a party to a case before the court can hold you contempt. So ye di case be. Now with the court no atem. O scandalize the court no. Emma court nanimu ebetia. E wo manfo nanima. Whether o can case no, on can case no. Court no can invite you for contempt. Such a daft guy says, I am not a party to. On that grounds, Supreme Court should set aside the contempt. I say I was not within the jurisdiction. Now, when it comes to the jurisdiction of our court, you can say jurisdiction, and your court in international. When it comes to the jurisdiction, there are two initiatory. You want one initiatory jurisdiction and terminatory jurisdiction. Now we need the jurisdiction of the court, but at the crowd the impact of it is felt. It is will be the bomb. Echo plane mu UK. Na flight ni flyer na do Ghana. The airspace of Ghana. Na sa bomb ne blasting. Say ye bibi wa ha. Although crime ne ya anya no Ghana ha. Ye no UK. But the terminatory, baby a case in this sea, Ghana, and the court can have jurisdiction over the case. Daft ass. Again, you don't learn. It was say, I was not within the jurisdiction. But now what's in America now, where did we feel the impact? Was it not in Ghana?
Yes.
So that is the terminatory jurisdiction of the court. Listen, we are watching the court. Again, the Attorney General, when him see the contempt as Attorney General file defense. Now the courts are saying that they will sit on that matter. And 22nd, Anna, Omube book case, you know.
Abusuafo mejeri se ye nyina obia etie nkomo na ekọ so no ene eye ehon sensem nyina enti onso betime de wadwen kire ede aba na owo eye asem bia beso oka obetim de afa comment section ho no we ene de asi me no ka say eye opanyin Kevin Taylor de ne ho so sabrobe enti ye de besi ase na nyame ya adoma bibi fufuro bi atofom so a yebesa ne aba beso mo akramo aha eye COVTVGHANA on subscribe ya no subscribe bye bye.
Yes, Simon Mwako Abasonko Dipa COVTVGHANA so. Wo COVTVGHANA so no. Ye bota ye ni yenju mediate tiripa ne se. Ye beboa mampuntu nyuma akwaso ye wano wo Ghana ha se. Ne se enti no. Ye free wo pepa mutu ye hugu montene so kokotwa mpuntu nyuma ahodo a. Ye kwaso wo Ghana ha bebia. Se ye akwan foforo na aban no ye. Hospitals, airport, interchange, school, market, stadium ne ni ai keka ho nyina. Ye ni yenti mwanwaso wo kokotwa se ne adwumade ni sifa ko. Na afein so akwan ne mia odo a atete apansam so no ye kotwa se ne ebe ya ebetwe aban no agenesi so na wakwakoye wonom e wo ho ne nso mmoa dwumadie foforo a ye san di no wo COVTVGHANA so ne say ye interview Ghana fo e wa abrochi ananse wo man yi mu a watumi edi yi etumpon wa abrabo na watumi ahyerehye ye nkwampa odo a ye nso ye betumi afaso anya sika ne de ahye business ase enti memma wo rain fi say wo be subscribe to ye YouTube channel ye COVTVGHANA na wemia notification bell ne so se ne ebe ya wo messy yen videos a ye dropping mu ba kokra.